So Vault is struggling and going through this tough problem to get his Beyblade crew together. What is going on, guys? This is Blader Jordan here today, and I'm back with Beyblade Burst episode 4 review. It's episode 5 preview. Now, looking at this episode, it was basically Vault trying to get his Beyblade crew together. And so how it starts off is that this dude is just sleeping on the floor, and he's just, being all wild. He's dreaming that he's fighting Kurogami, which is the guy who possessed Death Sizer. And what ends up happening is that, he tries to do sliding shoot, but his arm ends up getting stuck. That's when you got his brothers and sisters. They all jump on top of him saying, hurry up, wake up, Vault. You're going to be late from school. I mean, late for school, not from school, but late for school. And then that's when Vault doesn't really care. He's just up in his dream. And that's when he swaps them all away. And they both hit the wall, as a gag scene. And then that's when that was just so crazy. And then Vault ends up going to school. He wakes up, and that's when he goes to the principal. And the principal notices that he's been late. I mean, this guy is like late for school every day. That's the problem that he's facing. And that's when he tells the principal that all he wants to do is just make a Beyblade club. And that's when he goes up to everybody in his school. He's saying, want to be a part of my crew, want to be a part of my Beyblade club. That's when everybody else is just saying, oh no, I'm into baseball, basketball, or I'm into drama and everything like that. Like, oh no, sorry, I don't have the time. This guy is just going to struggle. It's a struggle just to get people to come with you and everything. Because I experienced stuff like that before. I try to get people to do certain stuff, try to become like a little group with me. But it has been hard. So looking at Beyblade, I do see it from that point of view. Now, going off to finish off the episode, he goes upstairs. He goes to see Boss, and then that's when Boss is like, okay, what the hell do you want? That's when Vault is saying, I want you to join my club. And then that's when Boss is saying, sure, I guess. But then he says that he wants to be the leader. And that's when Vault just says, no, I'm going to be the leader. So they both start arguing about it until it comes to a Beyblade battle. So you got to decide who wants to be leader. And then that's when, they were just sitting there just sizing each other up, wanting to predict each other's moves. That's when Vault actually goes through the slide shoot. He actually does it. That's when Boss saying, oh, you idiot. I actually predicted that you was going to do slide shoot, and you did it. And so then that's when it was this one scene where Valkyrie wasn't able to touch Ragnarok, but then he ends up, hitting him somehow anyway. So everybody was just so surprised about that. And so what ends up happening is that was so crazy was that once the battle ended, you get to see Ragnarok explode, like burst. And that's when Valkyrie got a ring out. But looking at Boss' character, his personality, it was just so shocking to me because he ends up coming clean, saying, you know what, my Beyblade bursted first, and it was a win for Vault. Now it's crazy because looking at his personality, I didn't think he would be like that type of person to do that. I think that looking at Boss' character, he seems like the type of character who would lie just to get his win across. But then the person who was hosting it saying that it was a tie and everything, but then the Boss says, you know what, are you blind? My Beyblade was obvious. It was obviously the first one to burst. So then that's when you get to see Vault. He ends up saying he's all happy about it and that they need to battle one more time. Then he goes off to this place like the mall where they had those puppets at. The puppet that's symbolizing Vault was actually with this princess, and he actually let his guard down again. You got Vault just sitting there just cheering on, saying, hey, go off, yeah, kiss her, or whatever he was saying. I saw the subtitles, but I forgot what it said on that little particular part. But then he was like cheering on for something, but then he ends up getting upset because like the dragon or the dinosaur attacks this puppet for letting his guard down in a way. But the princess did warn him, so he meets up with this lady and he hits up to Kazuke, which is the radish looking guy who I mentioned previously in my episode 3 review. And so he asks him to join his Beyblade club. This dude is still sad about what happened, how he lost in episode 3. And then that's when the puppets, I guess he doesn't talk for himself. I think the only time he was shown to talk was in his head when he fought up against Shu, the guy who possesses Storm Spriggan. But I'll get into that later. But right now he uses the puppets to talk. And then that's when the puppet's saying, you're my enemy. Why would I want to join your crew? You know, then that's when he says that he wants to fight off against Shu and not Vault. And that's when Vault's saying, come on, just fight me. And that's when, you know, the puppet says, you know, I already lost to you. I'll just rather just go fight Shu. So he brings him up there. And that's when this battle goes all out. And that's when they're still predicting each other's moves. And also, Vault did ask Shu to join his crew. You know, Shu is just doing his own thing. You know, he's just being a badass, just saying, "Oh, I'm training and everything like right now. You know, I'm busy." For some reason, he gives me like a Sasuke vibe in a way. But what ends up happening is that they both end up fighting Kazuke and Shu, and so that's when you have Shu decimates Kirby's, bro, and then that's when, you know, Kirby is, you know, he had his defenses up, but then he ends up ultimately losing. And then that's when, you know, if you look at Kazuke's character, he's actually shy in a way. Because if you saw him, you know, he was blushing. He was blushing by the end when he went to, not Valkyrie, but, excuse me, but Vault's house. You know, I get Valkyrie and Vault mixed up together, but, Vault's house. Anyways, you know, he meets his mom. He was blushing again. You know, he's shy as his true character. You know, he's a little shy to express his emotions. And then that's when, you know, which I find which was crazy. You know, what was so crazy about this? He says that, you know, I'm going to be a part of your crew. And then that's when he just leaves out, just thinks that that's it. Now, what I find that so funny is that why is Vault actually, you know, forcing him to stay in his house, and his mom says, you know what, you're going to try my bread and you're going to like it. And that was just like such a funny part. And that's when Kazuke ends up eating the bread. He actually likes it. And that's when you get to see Kurogami. It was this one scene where he was spying on Vault. He was spying on him, and that's when you get to see the other guy with the blonde hair possesses Wyvern. I don't know his name. But off into episode 5 preview now, it seems that Vault is going to go up against Kurogami, the guy who possesses Death Sizer. And it was stated by Vault that Death Sizer is the Grim Reaper. You know, Scythe Chronos, Death Sizer. You know, a little correlation there, I guess. But you know, you got like Valkyrie, he's like Pegasus, and I guess Kurogami's like Scythe Chronos in a way. But then what happens is that we know for a fact that Vault is going to ultimately get his butt kicked. We know that because he says that I need to train a lot harder. So let me know what you guys think. Comment section below. I can't wait for episode 5. I'll be doing an update on that soon. It won't be so long as the previous episodes was. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Comment section below. Make sure you go to my other channel, which is Epic Style Gamer, which is Dragon Ball Z content on there. So if you guys like Dragon Ball Z content, make sure you subscribe to that channel. Make sure you guys comment down to the types of Beyblade battles you'd like to see below. What did you guys think about this episode? How would you rate this episode? And with that, I'll see you guys later.